Hi, Silly Moustache with the second part, hopefully, of my history in 20 or so musical instruments. I think we left part one talking about the 1999 purchase of this DS2H by Collings, my first 12 fret dreadnought, which actually fitted me perfectly for the first time in many years. I joined a bluegrass band in about 2000 and played. It was a bit of a rough and ready bunch, and we played some rough and ready places, and the Collings got bashed about a little bit. But in 2002 I actually found my D35 S guitar. I'd been looking for since about 1998, and I got it very cheap, but it kind of needed a neck reset. I compared it for a while with the Collings. The Collings won out. I spent some money getting a refret and a reset on the Martin and sold it on to someone who dearly loves it now, so that's great. 2003, I've been unemployed after leaving the large corporate company for the best part of 3 years. And I started working in 1996 for a not-for-profit enterprise funded by the government but not working for the government. They dumped me in 2003 when the big P and small p politics changed inside out, and so there's no purchases then. In 2004, after they dumped me in November 2003, in 2004 I got headhunted by a related organisation, which was lovely. So I started on the 1st of March, but by 10th of March I was extremely ill with pneumonia. Tried to keep on working, but I don't think I performed very well, and then the funding didn't come through as planned, so they let me go in October, which was amusing because in October I was in Texas. I was in Texas and travelling around visiting friends in Texas and playing at one festival, which was great fun and very confusing. 2005, I'd started to play a lot of Jimmy Rogers numbers, and so the triple O seemed appropriate. And so I finally managed to get one of these. I bought it in a shop, used. A fantastic deal was cut out for me. And I tried to perform with it, but I found it difficult performing with this because standard scale but light gauge strings, smaller body. I tended to overplay it a little bit when I was performing, but I still love it dearly. So that's my triple O. That was in 2005, I think. And in 2005 we went back to the States and we flew into San Francisco, stayed with some friends there for a while, Sacramento, down the eastern side of the Rockies, across to Arizona and New Mexico, stayed with some friends in Santa Fe, then went back to Texas to visit our friends in South Texas for a while, and then flew back 3 weeks later from Dallas-Fort Worth. No guitar buying in that moment, of course. In 2006 I'd been listening to David Rawlings and Gillian Welsh quite a lot, and I started thinking about archtops in a way that I had never thought before. And I saw this guitar on eBay, but something was going wrong with me and I was finding it difficult to breathe. I was getting chest pains and things like that, and we were on holiday in Greece, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was very close to death. My arteries had clogged up. 3 arteries had clogged up to my heart. I saw that on eBay. I was already seeing my doctor about these problems, and I got a date to go into hospital, and I communicated with this guy and said, I really want to buy that guitar, but I'm going to go into hospital and I don't know whether I'm going to come out. Would you consider taking off eBay and holding it for me? And he said, yeah, okay. Wow. I was kept in hospital for some time, but when they finally did the job and replumbed me, I got out and I phoned him up and I said, is that guitar still available? And he said, yes. And he said, whereabouts do you live? And I told him, which was the other end of the country, and he said, oh, I'll bring it down to you. Be a nice drive. Wow. And he did, bless him. He brought it down along with another one for me to see if I preferred it, but I want that one. The deal was done. There are a lot of gentlemen around, I tell you. In 2007, the band I've been playing with, someone said that my mandolin wasn't up to snuff. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a pretty good one. But I had seen this. Forgotten how to play it. I'd seen this hanging on the wall in the Acoustic Music Company in Brighton, run by Trevor Moyle, and it haunted me, and I finally bought it. And I believe on the same day I actually also bought something else that I saw hanging on the wall, which was this. A Weissenborn. Well, actually a Golston. It's a Weissenborn style guitar, built by a gentleman not far away from me. It had a little bit of a crack on the bridge, which they glued up, but when I took it to Peter Golston, he said, would you let me put another bridge? I've got a better style on that, which he did, free of charge, and doubled the volume of it instantly. Beautiful guitar, don't get to play it much, but I was playing that and a mandolin and dobro in a duo, and I was really the sideman and thoroughly enjoying it. I also met a friend who played the same instruments, and we got together and we used to sit in this conservatory and have a little bit of fun. And I always coveted his beautiful looking dobro, which was this instrument. But I always thought it sounded terrible. But I loved the look of it. My dobro was a very plain one, which also sounded perfectly good. And then, bless him, he started getting ill. And it was diagnosed as a brain tumour. And one day he said to me, Andy, you've always coveted my dobro, and we both know that I'm never going to play it again. I think you ought to have it. Bless him. So he gave it to me. As far as he's concerned, actually, I sold my dobro and I gave his wife the money. So, you know, there was a little bit, but I've realised what was wrong with it. This is a 1999 dobro, which was made in the Gibson factory by Gibson, and they don't know how to make dobros, so they made it about 1/4 of an inch out on the intonation. So it had to be considerably rebuilt on the top, rerouted out, and a beard cone with an adjusting, all that sort of thing. But now it's a beautiful instrument. And where am I? Doodly doodly doo, doodly 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 doo. And then I started playing in Hickory Junction, which was another bluegrass band. Then we get into 2010, and I think that's enough for part 2. So we'll have a little break there, and I'll try and see if I can do part 3. If you have been, thanks for watching.